episode 61 of the Split Screen Experience. There we are.
We're only
With-
8 away from my second favorite number.
What's your first favorite number?
No comment.
All right.
420.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So, as you can hear, it's
Yeah.
just Jarrett, Coleman,
Baby.
and myself this week. Skippy might join later. Hard to tell with him, really.
Never know with that
Andrew,
guy.
No, he's gonna join the others' Discord and be like, "Where's everybody at?"
Well, never mind. I just received confirmation from Skip Chan that he is not joining the podcast this week.
What
Oh.
a turd. What's he got better to
Andrew-
do?
Andrew also, unfortunately, got held up doing some side quests, so he will not be in attendance this week as well. So you
Probably
just
has
get
a
to
viable
listen
reason.
to, yeah, probably. But
People
so you
are
get to listen
holding
to
his
our
salad.
three lovely voices. And what do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. I really want to talk about this new game that we've been playing.
You want to talk
Sorry,
about
Jared.
Immortal?
I know you're not interested.
We've been
but
playing.
Fuck you.
You want to talk
Just
about
because you're
Immortal
not good
33?
enough about it. Yes, I do. It's a lovely little game where you fight Lucifer and potentially other big demonic figures, but we are not good enough to make it that far.
I just got other things on my plate, bro.
You ain't got shit.
I platinum Bloodborne and Helldivers in the last week.
It's been fun. Immortal 33 has been fun. I've enjoyed it. I
Jared,
hope they.
I went.
in-
Sorry, Harmon. You can go. You can go. You can go. I
I
can
was just
insult
gonna
Jared after.
I was just gonna say I hope they increase the party size to the amount of people that can enter a dungeon because I think that'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah, the party size being 4 and dungeons being 6 is kind of an off feel. You know, maybe make like the dungeons 8 if you're gonna really do that, and keep the party size 4, and maybe just buff the dungeons a little bit.
But really, 4 is a weird number, kind of already, just because of the fact that to get 33, if you have multiple squads of 4, then like somebody's gonna get cut off at one point.
Right.
Like, shouldn't it be like, if anything, the squad should have been like 3 at the start?
I feel like that should have been the case. Yes.
I don't know, weird design choices, kind of like the Space Marine thing with, oh, yeah, it's a 6v6, but you can have only 3 people in
I
your
apologize for my absence. I had a great uncle just knock my door for the first time ever.
Oh,
He
Hmm,
brought
that's
me
fun.
cookies. So
hey, what type of cookies?
it looked like chocolate chips that his wife made. I guess
Shout out
little
to Coleman's
Shout
uncle
out
for the
to
cookies.
yeah, no kidding. Shout out to Cindy. I guess a little backstory. I went over there the other weekend and helped them do something with their sighting. Piece came flying off, or like half flew off, so they need somebody to get up on a ladder. And great uncle's pushing. Ah, dang, he's not 70 yet. He's pretty close, so they really appreciated that. And I told him I don't want no money, but anytime you bake, I will be happy to take some cookies or baked goods. And I guess they're paying me back. So
Pretty soon, Coleman's gonna be struggling to get up that ladder.
shut the fuck up. you pipe down. You pipe down.
He's gonna have the cookies stuffed in his cheeks while trying to get up the fucking ladder.
I'm gonna have a plate in my left hand and a hammer in my right. Life's gonna be good.
Oh man,
And
these
maybe
cookies are great.
You're gonna have to be switching back and forth from holding the hammer and pulling your pants up as you go up the fucking ladder
No, my pants are probably gonna be too tight, so I think it's gonna be.
until the button bursts up on the 4th ladder.
I know. The ladder is more likely to break than the button. That's all I'm saying.
If you get that big to where you might break a ladder, I think you shouldn't be up on a ladder.
I don't even think it's the fact that the ladder would break. I think it's the fear of the gravity affecting you more than usual. To the point
Dude,
where
that
the
would
ladder will just fall.
suck.
A light breeze will just blow you off the fucking side of the house. Like, that reminds me of like my first job when I had to be on an extension ladder. Like, I was putting like trim nails up for some metal sheet, and like I was probably like 50 feet up, like on this ladder, and it was in the middle of a field, and it happened to be like really strong winds, and I'm sitting up there like just quit. I'm like, dog, I don't want to be up here right now. Hell no.
The sketchiest thing I did, and I won't throw any company or person under the bus, but at an old job, we were digging out this driveway, a brand new driveway, digging out dirt, putting in stone, and some of these trees that were hanging over said driveway were like limbs were real low, branches real low. The homeowner wanted them cut. Well, we don't get a ladder or a truck with a lift bucket on it or like a scissor lift or anything like that. No. He takes his excavator, which isn't a very big excavator and like all in all, but it's still like bucket fully extended could probably get you 50 feet. Flips the bucket around so when he has it out, the bucket's kind of flat so you can stand in it. Puts me in it with a chainsaw and says, "Here you go cut some shit down." And I'm like 40, 50 feet in the air. I don't think I'm really scared of heights, but that didn't make me easy between a mix of the chainsaw and standing in an open bucket. I'm like, oh, this is not.
It's not
This
about
is
the
not
fear.
OSHA friendly.
It's not about the fear of heights. It's the fear that because somebody made a bad call, you're gonna fall to your death.
Fall to my death, have a limb fuck. No shit. I was like, on one hand, I'm glad I got the experience of like, damn, I never want to do that again, but it's a crazy story. On the other hand, I'm like, terrible idea. Would never do again.
Damn it! I should really value my body a little bit more.
I don't know if it's necessarily a value my body. It's kind of value your life.
I
mean, if you fall from 40, 50 feet, you're going to get fucked up a little bit. You fall from 40, 50 feet onto a stone driveway with a chainsaw?
I think it just all depends on how lucky you are. If you happen to fall just a little to the left or the right, your neck could break. You could just pretty much. I think if you're up in that situation, I don't think it's the fact that you're afraid of heights. I think it's just you have a good danger sense as a human. Like, probably shouldn't be up here right now. The brain's telling me get the fuck down.
Yeah.
One's not the best when it comes to, oh crap, I could die.
No, you just gotta outweigh the fear of dying or not getting paid.
That's true. I don't think I would. I think if I would have told that boss, like, hey, I'm really not comfortable doing this, he probably would have been like, all right. Like, he was genuine. He was cool about it. I didn't say that. Maybe I should have.
Next time. Now you know for next time.
Next time, the highest Coleman will be at the top of his filing cabinet in the base, looking around like, who put my papers the wrong way?
I won't even get into telling you about the day I had today because I was just gonna solidify everybody's idea of government work.
You didn't do anything, did you?
Why is my version of Teams this one? It should be this one.
In short, Harmon. In short, we didn't really do anything. I'll tell you after the podcast. No need to throw shade at myself during.
Oh no, please. Let's let our viewers, our 100 subscribers, know how lazy you are at your work.
I'm not lazy. It's not like I had stuff to do and didn't do it. It was more or less the fact of, you show up, you work out for an hour, you go to a operations meeting, which basically just consists of all the full-time people for the trades, we're the operators, your your vertical construction guys, your carpenters, your HVAC, your plumbing, your stuff, all these full-timers come together and you sit down and you have a meeting of what's going on for the week. That's an every Tuesday occurrence, usually half hour to an hour. That's the deal. We then had a joint staff meeting, which is my unit is cut in half. We have half in one location, half in the other. So usually about once a month, once every 2 months, one side will go to the other, and you'll have a meeting. We did that. That was nothing really happened. That was again waste of time. They have to drive an hour and a half, or we have to drive an hour and a half when we go there. It's a waste of time. Lunch happens. We have this Chief Master Sergeant retiring. We took him to a surprise lunch. He gets there at noon. Again, haven't done anything really up to this point other than meetings. Waste of a day so far. Noon o'clock rolls around. He finally shows up. And this restaurant has one waiter for our 30 or 40 people. And he's like, well, I'm just going to do a couple tables at a time so our kitchen doesn't get bogged down. I'm like, oh shit. We were some of the last people there, and we sat at the last table, and he started at the other end. So I'm thinking it's gonna be 2 o'clock before I even get my food. And I'm like, okay, never mind. We're not eating. We'll just stay for a little bit. Say our farewells, and we'll go back to base. So we made it back to base about I don't know, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock hits. We ate what I brought for lunch initially. Then I gathered up like 3 other guys. We got a skid steer and we walked around and we picked up big rocks, and that was about our set of our day.
Oh, look at this big rock.
Well, we touched up our parking lot. We dumped a bunch of rock, 57s to be precise. Not that either of you know what that is.
Talking
We
about
dumped
rock size.
Yes, we are. We dumped some 57s, and there was some larger rocks in there that needed to come out that, somebody might twist an ankle on or a truck tire might not enjoy. So we just walked around, picked them up about half hour, 45 minutes, and that was about the day.
So, to wrap up a summary, Coleman he practiced an Easter egg hunt with rocks today in the base parking lot.
Kind of, sort of.
And meetings. Don't forget the meetings.
Meetings, yes, which I learned nothing.
Remember, everyone, Teams works like this. Take it out of your bag. And what I mean by that is your laptop.
They're on like a phone call before they even set up the teams.
Yeah. Carrier pigeon, if you will.
Honestly.
What'd you do today, Jarrett? Huh?
I spent the day refactoring code.
Yeah, what does that consist of?
It consists of looking at the stuff that I already built, and then I'll be waiting, and I'll be running data, processing it, and then my boss will say, "Hey, Jared, this also needs to happen." So then I got to take a sledgehammer, break open my code again, refactor it, and then that's pretty much a rinse and repeat. And
How many
that's where I've been at.
laptops do you go through if you take a sledgehammer to it?
Too many. Sometimes I do want to let the intrusive thoughts take over and just take my laptop and break it over my knee.
Jared's coworkers aren't the best at giving him his stuff when he needs to.
So Jarrett says.
It's just a cascading effect of just unfortunate circumstances just snowballs into pain.
What'd you do today, Harmon? Enlighten us.
Today I swapped out 2 TVs and rooms that their TVs weren't working. That was really fun. Both 60-inch TVs. That was really great for me. And I think that was basically it. I had a couple things where people were like, "Oh, hey, this isn't working." I went to the room where they said it wasn't working, and it was working for me. So I don't know what was happening.
User error, more than likely, is my guess.
Probably. Most times that tends to be the issue.
Do I need Wi-Fi to access my email?
Now, that's a Coleman question.
Get the fuck out of here. Look, I've had my struggles, but it's not that bad. I would like to ask our wonderful viewers and listeners, please leave in the comments what you think Skippy did today.
A, jorked it in the parking lot. B, stared at a wall for the better part of the day. Or C,
all of the above. He's probably finishing up the deck, honestly. It's getting nicer out.
It's the worst.
Spring's coming. He's probably finishing up the deck,
The deck that's been going on for 3 years?
You would think that there's like an aqueduct being built outside of their house right now.
It's better be the greatest deck ever.
We're going to go over and it's going to be like, Skippy's not even going to put the deck like incorrectly, so it just looks bad.
It'll be like a 6x6 deck with like no railings. It's just gonna be a platform.
Look at my elevated platform, guys.
I made this so cool. Step out of a 4x4.
Yeah, just gotta get a case of beer, a case of Dr. Pepper, and then Coleman, we could get it done in a day.
Yeah, we could get some. We get something done. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the prettiest. I am not the most well-rounded carpenter. I've been known to leave too short every now and again.
We get 2 cases of beer, 1 case of Dr. Pepper, and then 2 lawn chairs, and then let Cole W do the entire thing.
That wouldn't be the worst idea.
Well, hold on. Is he going to finish your windows first?
That motherfucker better be over here finishing them this end of this week. I hope.
How
I
many
bought
windows
him
has he got left? There can't
just
be
the
that
one.
many.
He's got just the one window and the one wall.
I thought he was
but-
making good progress.
He was, yeah.
And Coleman
He's-
distracts him by playing video games when
No, I've only done that one time. Fuck you. And he's moving at a good pace. I'm happy with it for the price I pay him. in
free.
beer. And,
Or I guess
Well,
one meal at the local Mexican restaurant.
no, I mean I fed him. This sounds really bad.
It's
when I say
not
this.
just a
sounds
local
so
Mexican
goddamn bad.
restaurant.
I know I took him out to eat once or twice. I fed him here a couple of times. I mean, he has all the beer he wants. He's got some out of it. He's gonna get paid one day. Whether he gets kicked out and needs somewhere to sleep, or I come across a large sum of cash.
Rent-free space for a couple years.
Well, I don't know about a couple of years. He would at least get, at the very minimum, get a free of it.
Hey, you could have two You could have two basement roommates with Coleman or Cole Wagner and Jarrett.
Yeah,
They could be
honestly.
roommates down there.
When's Jarrett gonna stop being a bum and buy a house?
Yeah. Once I finally somebody says, Jarrett, you know what? You have impressive credentials. We're gonna actually hire you instead of saying you have impressive credentials. However, stay at home and do
We
nothing.
need more DEA hires.
DEA.
DEI? Is it I?
It's DEI.
No. Okay. Well,
No, but in the meantime, I mean, I guess while I'm searching, I could just move in, Cole, and then I could just be your gardener / lawn caretaker.
honestly, I just had my just got yard fertilized the other day, this weekend. He said he put enough on it for it to grow fast enough to mow every other day. So I guess we'll see. Supposed to be
Hope
getting
it's not every other day.
Well, I hope not either. I mean, I got a decent sized mower. I mean, it'll be done in like 15 minutes.
The best practice, at least I use, I mow it once a week. But once it hits summer, then it gets dry.
You mow
and then
once a
can get
week?
Yeah.
Oh God, my grandfather would have a heart attack.
Well, also take into consideration how much I have to mow, and like I guess it depends really. Like
How
early
many
spring,
how many acres is your house on?
probably. I mean, like the house on it's. I think we got like 12 to 13 acres, but
Oh,
like
all right.
not
Yeah,
all that is
it's
grass though. I mean, but
mowable.
like,
right.
but at the same time, like in spring, there are times where I might have to mow like 2, maybe 3 times a week. But then like once summer hits, then the grass dries out enough to where I might be able to go a week without it.
Oh
It
God,
just
my
depends.
grandfather mows. He doesn't mow at all. He's got 5 acres, but he mows like half of it one day, the other half the next day. I mean, he'll get on his mower probably 4 times a week. No, he's only mowing like
man.
twice. He's only mowing twice essentially, just doing half a day. But if his grass, he's your typical stereotypical old man. Like his yard's got to look good. It's got to be striped. If he's got a dead patch, he's got to go fucking reseed it and take a sprinkler out there. He cares about his lawn. I guess when you retire, you got to have something to care about.
I guess
When we
so.
retire, it'll be rank siege again.
God, if Siege is still around when we're 70, I swear to God.
You know it will be.
And then
It better
when we
not.
literally say we have to take blood pressure medication, we literally have to.
I
It's
know.
gonna be so bad by then.
Especially if we ban an operator that someone uses.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was a good ban. It worked out.
No, it didn't. We lost. We lost that game.
Did we?
We started
Yeah.
off strong with
We
a
lost-
couple of us clutching up, and then we still lost.
We won the first 3 rounds, then lost the next 5.
Oh God.
Well,
You want-
I
hold
think
No, hold on.
You
hold
wanna-
on, hold
you
on,
got
hold
something
on.
else to
I
add?
have one more thing I just saw.
Okay.
This makes
okay.
me really sad, and Jared's gonna laugh at me.
Oh
So,
no.
you know how I leave for Virginia in May?
No, I didn't. But for the
Oh,
sake of
yeah,
story,
so-
I do. Go on.
Sure. So I'm leaving for Virginia for a trip in May. And
Okay.
yeah, Doom the Dark Ages comes out 2 days after I leave.
Oh,
I'm gonna have
I'll
to
make
wait
sure to
2
send
weeks
a lot
to
of
play it.
Snapchats. I've been
I'm
playing
going.
it.
I will send a pipe bomb to your house.
Cole, all you have to do is you go on Amazon and you look for one of those like little hard shell cases that you can take on a plane and you can put your Xbox in it.
I
and then you're good to
actually
go.
bought one of those for when I went to Missouri.
I had one for when I went for that internship in Texas. I took it for my PlayStation and I still got it. I
Well-
just don't use it for anything really because I don't travel with that thing very often. But
I got the wrong kind for my Xbox that I had then, my Xbox One. Like it wouldn't close properly, but it worked for when I got there. I also learned it's cheaper just to buy like a small like 24-inch TV. Because the thing that I bought was probably like 150, 200 bucks, and a small
well,
24-inch TV is like 100 bucks. So I was like,
depending where you're going, like I mean, if you go into a hotel, all you have to do is just unplug an HDMI, and you're good to go.
well, right, yeah, right. That's easy. We're gonna be in a hotel. It'll be civilized. And the nice part is, we're driving, so I can take as many goddamn bags as I can just
Someone's
throw
gonna
in
have
like.
a bag just for all of his Xbox stuff.
No,
You're not going to see
no.
the TSA agent say, "What do you got in here, sir?" "Oh, I got my Xbox." He's going to take it out, just break it over his knee. "Sorry, I thought you had contraband."
I would fight a TSA agent.
I would want to be there just to record it, and just see Cole fucking dolphin dive over the fucking barricade.
If they did that, I would take it to a point where they would shoot me to stop me. There's no subduing me. The officer's firearm is no longer safe.
The intrusive thoughts are really coming to play. Reach for the officer's service weapon. Reach for it.
All right. With that, now I think we can end episode.
Wait.
6.
One more thing.
No, you're just doing it for a bit now. You're not doing it because you have anything to add.
You know me so well.
I know I do. All right. This has been episode 61 with Jarrett, Coleman, and myself.
J Money out.
That's getting cut. See you
No,
later.
no. J Money. People love J Money. The best podcast was J Money.